Hey guys, today I'll be explaining the Algebra section 3.4 quiz. Alright, so let's begin. It needs a bit of understanding, so focus up. Now, for question 1, which of the following is true? 3x squared plus 4x plus 2 is greater than 0 for all real values of x. That's correct, because, okay, let me get in depth. Let's go deeper. Now take your calculator, you're gonna do mod 5-3 and put 3, 4 and then 2. Alright. Now you get complex numbers, you get complex roots, right? So what's complex roots? Complex roots, when it's like negative, since it's greater than 0 here, right? So this is positive. But if it was less than 0, it would be negative. Negative, it's basically complex. Alright? So, since it's positive here, it's going to be for all real values. Okay? But if it was less than 0, it would be in, for example, no real roots. Alright? But since it's greater than 0 here, so we say it's all real values of x. That's the way it is. The solution set is R. Okay, and that's for question 1. Now to go for question 2. Which of the following is true? X squared minus 6x plus 9 is greater than or equal to 0. Alright. Now, this is the same style, except we have equal now, right? Oops. It's greater than or equal. Now let's just see the number. Let's factor it. You put mod 5-3, 1, negative 6, and 9. You get one root, which is x equal to 3. Right? Now, what we're gonna do here, it said x squared minus 6x plus 9 greater than or equal to 0. Okay? Now I'm gonna compare with something else. Let's say it was x squared minus 6x, same equation, greater than 0. Now what's the difference here? Greater than or equal to will be all real values. Solution set is R. But for the second one, if it's only greater than, no equal, it would be, it would be all real values except 3. Okay? So what's the difference here? The equal is basically saying it's either equal to 0 or greater. Alright? So that equal makes the 3 a part of it. So that's why it's all real numbers. But since here it's only greater than, that means it's all real numbers except 3. Because there's no equal. It has to be equal to 0 for it to be 3, right? So that's it. So now for question 3. Okay, again, you do mod 5-3, 1, negative 7, negative 18. Or you can just factor it all the way. Okay, now I'm gonna get two roots. You're gonna get x equals to 9 and x equals to negative 2. We have two roots, right? Now we're gonna make a table. Okay? We're gonna put the negative first and the 9 second. Now we're gonna use a rule called same opposite same. What does same opposite same mean? It's SOS of A. Okay? Same opposite same of A. The signs. Okay? Now A here is 1, positive 1. So first one same, it's going to be plus, positive. Opposite of positive 1 is just negative. And same again is positive. Now that we have this table, we can know what they want. Now they're asking for less than 0. See, it's less than 0. So if it's less than 0, they're basically asking for the negative, right? Because negative is less than 0. And negative here, it's in the between. So that's why we put it like this. Negative 2, less than x, less than 9. It's in between. When it's negative, it's asking for negative here, right? Since we got negative in the middle, it's between. So they ask for negative, we put it in between. Alright, that's it. Alright, this came in one of the CAs. You're gonna use mod 5-3 again and do -1, -2, and 15. You're gonna get 2 roots. Okay? You're gonna get x equals to 3 and x equals to -5. Okay, since you have those 2 roots, you can use the table like we did in the previous question. You're gonna put the negative first and then the positive second. Alright? We're gonna use same opposite same. Since the equation is -x squared, which means a is negative. So same, put negative, opposite positive, and same negative. Right? Okay, now that you have this table, we can solve. First one, x equals 3 is a root of the equation. That's correct. We got x equals 3 as a root. Now for the second, now for the other options, so this is correct. Now for the other options, it's greater than 0. Okay, so they're asking for positive. Since they're asking for positive, let's look where the positive is. It's in between, right? So we make it between -5 less than x less than 3. Okay, now they're asking, now for this, this is correct. Now for the second one, they're asking for less than 0. Alright, since it's less than 0, we're gonna do, wait 1 minute. Okay guys, so a trick I like to use, it always works for me. I don't know if it's correct, but it always works, so I guess it can work for you too. So since we're asking for the opposite of this, we got in between this, right? So since they're asking for the opposite, here it's less than 0, we can just make the opposite of this. So instead of it being -5 less than x and x less than 3, we put the same thing, -5x3, but instead we flip the inequalities. We make it like this and like this. Okay? So that means x is less than -5 and x is greater than 3. From this, you can deduce it from this. So when they ask for the opposite, exact opposite, if it was like greater than or equal, no, that's different. It has to be the exact opposite. You just flip it. That's what I always do, and it always works for me. So inshallah it works for you too. But that's the best way I can, and the easiest way to do it. Okay? So again, when they ask for opposite, just flip it. Flip the inequalities. From this, you can just flip the inequalities. You get x less than -5 and x greater than 3. That's it. So this is correct. The other ones are just the opposite, so it's wrong. Now for part 3, the solution set of -x squared less than 2x minus 15 is okay. So let's do this. So they gave us 1 minute to have more space. They gave us -x squared less than 2x minus 15. Okay, so you're just gonna flip it to the other side. You're gonna put -x squared minus 2x and plus 15 less than 0. Okay, so it's asking for less than 0. We already have it in one of the options. Less than 0 is x less than -5 and x greater than 3. And yeah, we have that x less than -5 and x greater than 3. That's it. So whenever you have like the inequality, always make it equal, less or greater than 0. Okay, you flip all the numbers to the other side. You have to have only 0 on this side. Okay, that's it. Now, question 5. Which of the following statements about the quadratic trinomial x squared minus 14x plus 49 is correct? Select the 3 correct options. Okay, so you're gonna do, once again, mod 5-3. 1, -14 plus 49. You're gonna get the root, you're gonna get only one root. Okay? You're gonna get x equals to 7. So since you have x equals to 7, it's going to be easy. Only for x equals to 7, so this is correct. This is the only root. Since when it's equal to 0, yeah, of course the root is x equals to 7. So let's look at the other ones. When it's x squared minus 14x plus 49 greater than or equal to 0, for all real numbers x. Okay, so remember what I said in the first question. I said x squared, or any equation, I'm going to use this equation, plus 49 greater than or equal to 0. Okay, it's for all real numbers, right? Since the equal is here, the 7 is included, but if there was no equal, it would be all real numbers except 7. You got it? But since it's greater than or equal to 0, that means it's equal to 0, it's equal to 7, and the greater than means it's real numbers. So it's all real numbers, no exceptions. So yeah, that's it for this one. Now for the third one, x squared minus 14x plus 49. Yeah, do the same thing. Plus 49 less than or equal to 0. Now, since it's less than or equal to 0, it would be what's called, how do I say it? Solution set would be empty. Okay, so it would be only for x equal to 7 because it has the equal. But if there was no equal, it would be empty. Solution set would be empty. But since the equal is there, it's x equal to 7. You got it? Alright. That's it. Now for question 6. Which of the following statements about the quadratic trinomial 25x squared minus 5x plus 1 is correct? Select the two correct options. Okay. So again, you're gonna do mod 5, 3. 25 minus 5 plus 1. You're gonna get complex numbers, so you can say that it has no real roots. When you get the root as complex, whatever number it is was I, it has no real roots, okay? Only complex ones. Okay? They're not asking for complex, they're asking for real roots. And this one, 25x squared minus 5x plus 1 is greater than 0. Okay, since it's greater than 0, it will be for all real numbers x. Right? Since, what's it called? There's no real roots, we say it's all real numbers. Because the last question I said, the equation, for example, if it was greater than 0, it would be all real numbers except the root. Right? But since there are no roots here, we say it's for all real numbers. Got it? Because there's no real root, so it's 0. And so we only count that it's greater than, which is all real numbers. Okay? That's it. So when there's no real root, there's no real roots, the greater than, it's all real numbers. Since there's no root, you can't say except that because there's no root. So that's it for part B. Okay. The solution set of, let's write it down, 25x squared less than 5x minus 1. We're going to do 25x squared, flip it to the other side, minus 5x plus 1 less than 0. Now, since it's less than 0, its solution set is empty. Remember from the last question, it's less than 0, right? It's supposed so its solution set is empty. There is no roots, so if there's no roots, we can't say only for x equals to that. No, there's no roots, so we just say it's empty, and it's not real numbers because it's less than 0. That's it. See, they're all connected to each other. You just have to know the factors affecting it. One is it like this, one is it empty. They're all related. So it's very easy, don't worry guys. Now for part A, which of the following statements about the quadratic trinomial x squared minus 2x minus 24 is correct? Again, same concept. You're gonna do 1, negative 2, negative 24, right? You're gonna get two roots, right? Bear with me guys. You're gonna get two roots, x equals 6 and x equals to negative 4. Okay, so now that we got two roots, we use the table we use in the other questions. Now, yeah, okay. Now, we put the negative first, negative 4 and then 6. Now, we do same opposite same of a, which is positive here. So it's going to be plus, negative, positive. Okay. So plus, minus, plus. Now we solve. X equals negative 4 is a root. That's correct. Okay. It's x squared minus 2x minus 24 is less than 0 for all x satisfying. Okay. So it's less than 0. They're asking for negative, right? Negative is between. So you do negative 4 less than, greater than, negative 4 less than x, and x is less than 6. It's between. Because they're asking for negative, right? So when they ask for whatever sign, you will always look where it's at. Since negative, if they're asking for negative, negative is in the middle, so it's between. Alright? Now, so this is correct. Now for the third one, you do, it's x squared minus 2x minus 24 greater than 0. Again, you got, like I said, you got the opposite, right? Here it's less, here it's greater. So you can use my trick. Negative 4 less than x less than 6. You might use my trick. Since it's the opposite, you just put the same numbers, same variables, but the only thing you do is flip the inequalities. So it becomes x less than negative 4 and x greater than 6, and that's exactly what we got. So it's exactly opposite, not equal to or greater than or equal. No, it's exactly opposite. Here it's less than, exactly, and here it's greater than, exactly. That's it. I mean, yeah, that's it. Okay, that's for the part A. Now for part B. You got the solution set. X squared minus 2x, excuse me, minus 2x less than or equal to 24. Okay. Now you flip everything to the other side. X squared minus 2x minus 24 less than or equal to 0. Okay. Since it's less than or equal to, same concept. Use what you got here, right? But instead of it being only what's it called? Instead of it being only the normal inequality, we just add the line under it. X greater than or equal to negative 4 and x less than or equal to 6. Okay? Since from this, since we got here, we got it as what's it called? X squared minus 2x minus 24 less than or equal to 0. It's the same as this one, right? But this, the only difference is that it has the equal sign. So you just put, what's it called? You put the same thing, but instead instead of the normal inequality, you add the line under it, the equal. That's it. They're all easy stuff. Okay. Which of the following statements about the quadratic trinomial 100x squared minus 10x plus 1 is correct? Okay, now you do mod 5-3. 100 negative 10 plus 1. You're gonna get complex numbers, so it has no real roots. And now we see, since it has no real roots, it's greater than 0. So when it's greater than 0, it means it's positive, right? Complex basically means negative. Negative. So when it's greater than 0, it's positive. So we say it's for all real numbers. That's it. But if it was less than 0, we say empty set. Okay? So yeah, that's it. Part A. Now for part B. Same concept, we just flip them to the other side. 100x squared minus 10x plus 1 is greater than or equal to 0. Since it's the same thing, it's greater than or equal to 0. Same thing, nothing changes, it's just the equal. And then there are no real roots. So either it's equal or not equal. Or not equal, it still has it's still a set of real numbers. of all real numbers. Okay, when there's no roots, it's and it's greater than, then it's all real numbers, whether it's equal or not equal. That's it. So the equal sign does not change anything. Part A. Which of the following statements about the quadratic trinomial 25x squared plus 20x plus 4 is correct? Okay, do mod 5, 3, 25, 20, and 4. You get only one root, which is x equals to negative 0.4. That's the root we got. So let's look at the first one. Only for x equals negative 0.4, correct. Now let's look at the inequalities. 25x squared plus 20x plus 4 is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, since it's greater than or equal to 0, and it's what's it called? It's negative. It's moment. Okay, yeah, sorry, I forgot. You have the equation, right? It's greater than or equal to 0. It's all real numbers, right? But this now you understand now. Let me just do the second one so you can understand completely. Now here it's the same thing, but except it's less than or equal to 0. So since it's less than or equal to 0, it's only for x equals negative 0.4, right? Because it's less than or equal. The equal makes it x equals negative 0.4. Less than makes it it doesn't make it a set of real numbers. If it was greater than, it's set of real numbers, right? But since for all real numbers x, wait 1 minute. Yeah, sorry guys, I lost focus for a second. So like I said, it's let's start from the beginning. Okay, we did mod 5, 3 of this, right? We got x equals 1. We got only one root. X equals autistic. You got x equals to negative 0.4. Clear? Now, the first one's correct. They're saying only for x equals negative 0.4. It's equal to 0 only for x equals negative 0.4. So that's correct. It's basically saying that's the root. Alright, now for the second one, it's saying greater than or equal to 0. Remember what I said in the earlier questions? When it's greater than or equal to, all the root, and since it's greater than, it makes it for all real numbers x, right? But if it was only greater than without the equal, it would be for all real numbers except negative 0.4. And what I did wrong is I switched them up. I thought this applied to this and this applied to this. Just forget it. Like I said, it's all real numbers greater than or equal to, because it includes the root and it's positive. So it's all real numbers. But if it was without the equal sign, it would be all real numbers except negative 0.4, except the root. Okay. Now for the second one, it's less than or equal to 0. It's not a set of real numbers, so it will be only the root, which is only for x equals negative 0.4. It doesn't apply with the set of real numbers. It's empty. Okay, only for x equals negative 0.4. That's it. Now for part B. Look how kind of them. How kind of them. They already gave it to us in full form. It's greater than 0. Like I said, it's a set of all the numbers excluding negative 0.4. Right? Since the equal sign is not there. It's here. That's why it's for all the numbers x, but there is no equal sign here. So it's all real numbers except the negative 0.4. Because remember, in the first one it said equal to 0, it's negative 0.4. But it's here, it's only greater than 0, not equal to it also. So it said, we say all the numbers excluding negative 0.4. I hope you understood. Now for question 10. Part A. Which of the following statements about the quadratic trinomial 36x squared minus 12x plus 1 is correct? Okay. So you're gonna do mod 5, 3. You're gonna 36, negative 12, and 1. You're gonna get one root. X equals to 1 over 6. Okay. Sorry. Damn, that was unexpected. Sorry. Anyways, so that equation, it's greater than 0, right? So since it's greater than 0, like we said in the previous question, greater than 0 for all real numbers excluding 1/6, the root. Right? If it was equal, like I said, again, it would be all real numbers, but there's no equal, so it's only greater than. So it's all real numbers excluding 1/6, the root. Okay? That's for the first one. Let's look at the second one now. Okay. Let's look at the second one. 36x squared minus 12x plus 1 equals 0 only for x equals 1/6. So when it's equal to 0, it's only for x equals 1/6, the root. That's correct? That's correct. Now let's look at the last one. It's greater than or equal to 0. Yes, like I said for the first one. It's greater than 0, so it's all the numbers excluding 1/6. Third one, it's greater than or and equal to 0, so it's all the numbers including the root. Okay? That's it. For part B, which of the following is a solution of... so what you do is 36x squared minus 12x, you flip plus 1 less than or equal to 0, right? So again, which of the following is a solution? We say, since it's less than or equal to 0, it's not all real numbers, so it's empty. So we only say, since the equal is there, we say it's x equal to 1/6. If there was no equal, so only like this, then it would be empty set. But since there's equal, we consider the root, which is equal to 0, which is x equal to 1/6, right? Just gonna double check. Yeah, like I said, that's it. See, pretty simple. Oh no. Look, we're at the final question. Okay. Which of the following is true about 3x minus 4, 3x plus 2? Select the 3 correct options. Okay. So what you're gonna do here first, instead of multiplying them all together, you're just gonna immediately get the roots. They already gave you the factors, right? Which is really kind of them. We just do x equals 4 and 3x equals negative 2 divided by 3 divided by 3. You get x equals 4 for the first root and x equals negative 2/3. Those are the two roots. Since we got two roots, we always use the table when we have two roots. So we use the table. We put the negative first, negative 2/3, and then we put 4. Okay? Same opposite same. Same opposite same of a. A is positive here, so we say plus opposite negative, and which is minus, and same plus. Okay. Now it is greater than 0 for all x, such that if it's greater than 0, it means it's positive. Oh my, let's do the less than 0 first. Okay. They're asking for less than 0. If it's less than 0, it's negative. So we look at the between. Since it's between, we put it negative 2/3, less than x, less than 4, right? It's between. They're asking for less than 0, which is negative. Negative here is in the middle. So it's in between. Now, they're asking for greater than 0, okay? So, like I said, again, it's not, they're not asking for greater than or equal to. No, it's the same thing, greater and less. Exactly opposite. So we just flip them up. Put the same numbers, negative 2/3. X 4, then flip the inequalities. You get x what's called x less than or equal less than negative 2/3 and x greater than 4. That's what we got. That's it. Now for the last one, it is equal to 0 whenever x equals 4 or x equals negative 2/3. Like they said, it is equal to 0, so that means that they want the roots. We got the roots as x equals to 4 and x equals negative 2/3. So yeah, that's it for this quiz. That's it for 3.4. I hope you guys understood. And as always, if you do not understand, go over the video again. And if you still don't understand, don't hesitate to contact the QSC members, either through the group chat or privately. Alright, wish you the best of luck, guys, and see you later.